All right, what you're looking at right here is on the Earth, southern hemisphere. They call it the Southern Atlantic Anomaly. They won't tell you that. They call it climate change. They won't tell you that. They call it global warming. They won't tell you that. They call it Satan, Lucifer, dragon. They won't tell you that. They call it Drake Passage. They won't tell you that. They call it the Lake of Fire. They won't tell you that. I guess they call it the Ice Wall. They won't tell you that. Let me tell you something. Puff goes the magic dragon down by the sea. He's got the whole world in his hands. They always say that. Ever winking, ever smiling. They always say that. Like a lion on the prowl looking for any man to devour. They always say that. Yeah, this whole thing right here, from here to here, is a dragon. Now let me let you guys know something. So this whole thing is America, Amaruca. If you want to speak with Latin, with a, I shouldn't say a Latin tongue, I guess with a Latin tongue, it would go Amaruca. Now, that means the land of the great plumed serpent, or the great feathered serpent that breathes the power over the life of the air. Now that sounds like America, right? And supposedly we get the name America from Amerigo Vespucci. Okay, sure. Okay. Let me let you know something, guys. I was listening to some of the guys that talk about America, North America being ancient Egypt, right? And I was searching the word, you know, see what the word can pull up through the Ruach. And I listened, and it said Mesopotamia, Tigris Euphrates, Mesopotamia. It said, okay, yeah. So then it started hitting on me. I'm thinking, well, how would the Euphrates River be in North America? It don't make sense, right? Because I heard Mesopotamia would be between the Tigris and the Euphrates, if I'm not mistaken, and the Tiber. It's like 3 rivers or something, 3 great rivers. All right. So what dawned on me was Mesopotamia. Well, guess what? Mississippi. Huh? Yeah, Mississippi. So Mesopotamia, Mississippi. Now, we already know that there's the pyramids in the Grand Canyon over here. Alright. So you got that part of Egypt. You got Memphis down here. Oops. Oops. There you go. So you got Memphis all the way up to Chicago, which is like Cairo. All right. So then I got to thinking. I'm like, well, wait a second. Wait just 1 second. Mississippi, Mesopotamia. Let me see if anybody has said anything about it, right? So then I got to looking over here. I went right here. I typed up Mesopotamia and Mississippi. That's what I typed up on DuckDuckGo, right? And then just so happens, I went to the third one. It said ancient Mesopotamia was in Americas. Lower Mesopotamia was the Mississippi River system. So I said, okay, let me see what they're talking about. So I got to reading, like just speed reading, right? Just skimming through. And then the dude starts talking about what I've been telling y'all for years. He starts talking about the dragon. Where did he go? Alright, right here. Lower Mesopotamia was the Mississippi River system. The Old Testament map of America confirms that the first fertile crescent was the Mississippi River system and the fertile lands among the mighty Mississippi River. Okay. Because it appears from the Old Testament map that Lower Mesopotamia was the fertile lands among the Mississippi River system, this makes perfect sense to me because the oldest indigenous people in the world was the Washitaw Murs. Now, it seems like Washitaw sounds like YASHA, if you see what I mean. That's crazy, huh? And it said the Murs is like Moors, or Mu, children of Mu, Lemuria. Anyway, he's going to tell you all that. Use the mighty Mississippi River as their fertile crescent since the annual flooding of the Mississippi River produced mineral-rich silt that produced the fertile lands along the Mississippi River system. The fertile land along the Mississippi River fed most of the people in the old world with wheat, corn, beans, rice, all of which are native in the Americas, and etc. So it's very possible that the Mississippi River was your first fertile crescent, specifically in light of the fact that the Mississippi River is still responsible for feeding most of the world today. Excuse me. Washitaw are known as the ancient ones and the mound builders because they built all of the mounds along the Mississippi River. The Mississippi River was your first Nile River. The Old Testament map of ancient America shows you Babylon, Sumer, Lower Mesopotamia, Lower Egypt, and Jerusalem Hiroshima in North America. Credits for this map is given to UBN News for the great share. UBN News was a Hebrew news media outlet that was once on YouTube. The Americas was ancient Sumer because Amaru was the American Akkadian god of the Amorites, aka the mound builders, the Amaru, Washitaw, Dagu, Ja, Mandia, Dejumanda, Deguja Mandia, Murs, Mu, Moir, Moor, and Mero, the Amaru, Washitaw, Dajamanda, the Jajamanda Moors are the oldest indigenous people in the world, according to the United Nations. Now, let's see if we can tie the Sumer god Amaru. See, the word God, see, it's not God. YAH, the Sumerian YAH Amaru, the Westerner, the serpent, which is the Westerner, the serpent, the dragon, to the ancient tribe of the people in the Americas. Well, the Amaru, Washitaw, the Jajamanda Murs are the Jajamandia. Wow, that's a mouthful. Moors are the oldest indigenous people on the planet, according to the United Nations. The Washitaw Moors blogspot.com. I guess I'm gonna check that out. See, I'm doing this, I'm reading this for the first time and putting this live on with you guys because I don't want to do it twice, you know what I mean? So the original name of the Americans was Amaru. According to the Webster 1936 Universal Dictionary, the word American is defined as Aboriginal or one of the various copper-colored native found in the American continents by the Europeans. The original application of the name was Amuru, and in quote, to drive this point, Amuru, The Westerner, the serpent dragon, home all of the Native American tribes, race back to the title serpent dragon naga nigga, which makes sense because the worship of the serpent dragon Kundalini ascension chakra alignment was the chief symbol in Americas. The flag of Mexico is the eagle, the phoenix, the killing serpent, the dragon. Mexico, Axim, Amexim, Mexican, part of the Washitaw Moor Empire. The Mexico used to cover South, Central, and North America. Mexico used to extend all the way up into Canada. All right. Nova Scotia, New Scotland was in Canada. Wakanda, aka Canada land. Nova Scotia was also Acadia. Acadia was in the ancient city in ancient Sumer. Nova Scotia, aka Acadia, was also in Amaru America because the Acadia National Park covers Marine and New England states in America. Maine and the New England territory was a rich Vikings Danes, the Danish history. That area was called Nova France, New France, New Franc. Nova Scotia was also called France, so we have a strong connection. I even found an 1850 map of America by Kluver Phillip, the Stanford College University Library, that verifies a portion of Canada and New England states were once called France. Exhibition, Stanford, Education, California. Alright, so I guess you can click on all this. Here, let me see if this is clickable. Well, that's clickable. There it is. All right. So I like some of these old maps, and they do call this Nova Franc. You know what Dio means, right? Ain't that God? See, they worshiping him. Mary Dio. See? They know that this is the serpent. They know that this is the left hand of the serpent. And they worship left hand. Alright? The Yay is left, YAH is right. They worship left hand. Okay? They worship the serpent. Now, I think what YAH has done is to the right hand of the serpent. So So when you look at the right hand of the serpent, the right hand of the dragon, so this is the left hand. Take off these borders because it's slowing down the map. So this is the left wing, and this is the right wing. See what YAH did to it? He put a mark on him. Bam! He has leprosy. He's white. He's all white. Remember Moshe, who you call Moses, because you want to make him like Zeus, and the same way you did YASHA, you call him Jesus because you want to make him like Zeus. Yeah, I got on to y'all for that. But anyway, so Moshe said, you know, when the Hebrews were black, so he's like, you know, if you got leprosy, if you're unclean, and like it'll show if you come down with some type of unclean disease or something like that, your skin will turn white with leprosy. Here you go, bam. Micaiah, put the mark on him. There you go. There you go. And he seems to be down here stuck. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's get back over here to the stuff, man. So anyway, let me go back. So if they got that, and you can click on that. No, man. No. Back up off my screen. You must be able to click on this. Oh. Yeah, follow the link. This blog deals with the suppressed history and land rights of Native people. The Sunday, July 17th, 2011, the Washitaw Moors, Amaru, Washitaw. See, it's saying Washitaw. Now, but we know it's YASHA. Come on, man. So look, the reason why you know it's YASHA, because YASHA is in the name of YAH. Moshe is in the name of YASHA. Jesse is in the name of YASHA. Yeshua is in the name of YASHA. All the little renditions of the names of the prophets, Isaiah is in the name of YASHA. Okay, everything comes from YASHA. He is the word that all things come through. Like the Ruach Kadesh, the Spirit, Yashar, Mishar, okay, laws and commandments. There's two. There's the Ruach and there's Yeshaya. Okay, Ahaya, they're all Kadosh. They're all one. You can't have one without the other. All right. The Son is the Father, and the Ruach Kadesh are one. They're all together. So these are all renditions of the Hebrew, of his, like the word is in Hebrew. What you're reading here is Hebrew word. All right, Washitaw. They're just changing it because in Hebrew they'll give you all different types of words for one word, many different renditions that people have changed over the time, so that they're hiding the name or babbling the name so that you don't know, but they're saying it. Okay, for those with eyes to see and those with ears to hear. That's what this is about. That's the mystery of the word, the wonder of the word. That is the will of the word. They say, why do you speak in parables? So my brothers in the future will hear my word and do even greater miracles than I. These words, if the Most High Son Yeshua spoke in parables to the disciples, then what do you think the devil's doing? The devil is flipping the script, changing it, flipping it and reversing it, spinning it and remixing it, and doing it and doing it and doing it again, over and over, and doing it well. All right. So, and all he's doing is copying the formula, which is YASHA. Okay. So the devil has renditioned everything in his name, even the names that are sacred. Like I said, he leaves nothing he defiles the whole earth. Nothing is holy to him. Nothing is sacred to him. He wants to be higher than the Most High. He wants to get rid of YASHA's name in the first place. That was the first move. So, for instance, like Andrew Jackson, when he came into office, he was the 7th president of, supposedly, he was the 7th president. Now, from what I heard through on the show with Tavis Smiley and Prince was talking about there was 7 presidents before the Washington. Okay, and he talking about he wanted to smack somebody. Okay, so if you got 7 plus 7, then that's 14. So Jackson wasn't the number 7th president; he was the number 14th president. But either way, this dude walked around like he was dang death incarnate. So anyway, what I'm saying is, with Jackson, what he did was he did something special, where when he came into office, the first thing he did was kill the bank, the U.S. bank, the national bank or whatever. He killed it. He took it out of power. The same thing that Napoleon did once he came into his campaign to free France. The first thing he did was take the Pope away from France. He said, hey, and in order to do that, he had to remove the Pope from the Vatican. Okay, so there's people that do these moves. They take out heads. They come and take out heads, and they are reading the word of the Most High before they do it. Once they read the word of the Most High, they end up taking, they see who's who all of a sudden, like their eyes are open and they go straight for the head. Boom. And then the world, the serpent's seed, they adjust. Because what does it say in the book of in Genesis 3:15? And between you I will put an enmity, and your seed in between the woman and your head shall bruise he, her seed, heel, and shall bruise his, you, his and your, you greatly, said the woman, and your conception and sorrow will multiply, and your children on the earth. Okay, so check this out. This is what he's saying. I will place hostility between you and the woman, between your offspring and her offspring. He will strike your head, and you will strike him on the heel. That's paraphrasing. They're roughly paraphrasing. They're leaving a lot out because it's a lot more said. Like they say it a lot differently. I'll tell you that. I put enmity between thee and the woman, and thy seed and her seed, and it shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. So what did they do? When Jackson fought, because you know the Most High does things in 7. 7s are a holy, Shabbat is a holy number. Is a kadosh number. Shabbat is a kadosh. It's a count. It's a prime. It's a kadosh number. Like it can't be divisible by an even number. So, like 1 is kadosh. That's what kadosh means. Kadash. That's what when I say Ahaya Shar, Ahaya Kadash, that's when you guys are saying, oh, God is holy. That's in that term I would say YAH Kadash, because Yah is what you call God. But that's in reverence of not saying Ahaya Shar Ahaya. And Yah would be in reference to YASHA, because no man may come unto the Father but by me. So you have to say Yah, because he is the body and the head. Okay, he's the head of the body. Yashar, upright, the upright. What part is up? The head. What part is right? Righteous. The mind, the consciousness, the seat, the throne, the consciousness, the will, the free will given to man that rules over man, the body. Okay. So, YASHA and the right and left wing, or arms or hands or messengers, would be YAH on both sides. So just like when he died, he said he was placed between two people that died with him on that day, and he said, you will be in heaven with me. So on that cross, he has him in the middle, and you have two brothers on the outside, YAH, Shar, YAH. You see, just the same way that Moshe spoke his name to the Hebrews, YASHA came and died on the cross as the sign for you to show him as YASHA in the middle of YAH, Shar, YAH, Ashar, YAH. He is the body, he's the head, he's the middle, he's the reason. All right. So, and that is the spirit, the Ruach Kadesh, the chosen. Okay. He is Kaddish, the chosen, Kadesh, Kadash. It's all one. All right. He's the chosen one, the Mashiach, Hamashiach, the Benyamin, the only begotten son of the right hand. Right hand is Yah, not Yeh. Benyamin is left hand. Benyamin is right hand. And it's not Ben, it's Bain. Benyamin. Okay? And Yashar is that word in the middle of YAH, Shar, YAH. Yashar is the root of all of the prophets. I'm telling you, it's the root. It's the root of all of of everything, man. Like, that's the seed, that's the oil, that's the precious, that's the anointment. All right, that's a Mashiach. Kadosh. All right, now what am I doing here? No, I don't want to do this. Screen stuck. Screen stuck. Let me get back over here. And you're speaking a lot of Hebrew and English, I'm telling you guys. For instance, what word was I looking up the other day that caught me off guard when I passed by it? It was man, there's just so many words in Hebrew that we're saying over here in English, and it's disrespectful because we're using it out of context, and it's perverted. We're using it perverted. We've perverted the language, the word. It's I'm telling you, this is Babylon, and Bible is from Babel, and I'm telling you, that's the only place you're going to find it. Biblios from Babel, and Bible is from Babel, and Babylon. You know what I mean? Babel. And then you have lion, Babylon, lion on the prowl looking for any man to devour. And this is still kill and destroy. They steal the language, kill the people that know the language, and destroy the future of those who the language is for, the will. All right, and the minds and the consciousness, because that's what rules the body, is programming by the language, by the word. And by the word alone. Faith comes only by hearing. So check this out, man. I think I read a pretty good summary of this. Before we were on the Washitaw Moore spot, we was on the Facebook. We went inside of here, I guess. Yeah. Alright, so let me finish up on this. Amaru Washitaw, the Judge Moors were originally a group of priests from Egypt of West Old Egypt, also known as the Dogon, the Dogon, Olmecs, the Mayans. I think Dagon, Dogon, I think that's fishermen in Hebrew. But the word Washitaw is a corruption of Yushata, Yusata, Ursata, and the father and mother of the mystics. In Egyptian, Ursata is Urashit, the winged sun disk, which symbolizes the highest knowledge, the pineal gland being open. The Sumerian YAH, the Sumerian god Amaru. Man, this fly is really wanting to get smacked. Alright. Is actually the origin to the words like Amaru, Ameru, Ameri, which are roots or words to Amaru, America, Amaruka. So, do you see what I mean? Like how YASHA is the root, and he is the word for Ahaya, Shara Ahaya. He is the center, he is the body. And then you have the devil, which is the fallen angel. You have the serpent, the dragon, Lucifer, Leviathan, the dragon, Satan. He roots all of these languages in his name. Like the word, like Hebrew and Yasharah are all rooted in the Ahaya, Shara Ahaya, the Son and the Word and the King and the crown and the throne and the Hamashiach of Ahaya, Shara Ahaya. So this is like I said, this is a copy. Everything that we're saying is counterfeit and copy, and copywritten. It's like what did they, when they jacking for beats, I think it was in hip hop, when they would go and find writers that write hip hop music because they couldn't do anything on their own. They couldn't create nothing. Like these producers would pay gangsters to go out and kill writers and take their writing books, and then they would, you know, sell it off as lyrics for millions of dollars and #1 hits. And they would own the copyrights and all that, and the masters and all this stuff of other people, taking other people's soul with stolen stuff in the first place. So this is like, it's no different, bro. This is their agenda. This is their game plan. This is what they do. And the body, which is not our own, we were made in the likeness and the image of YAH. So when we're handing off our rights to some type of mandate or medical system, or some type of cult, or world fear in the name of something, science or something like that, or inclusion or whatever, or confirmation and all, I don't care what it is. It's all, there's no excuse. So right away, right after that, that's when everything starts getting destroyed, literally. Once they break stride, it's time to leave. Because stuff is gonna, like even Job, Lot, Noah, Abraham, all these cats, they let you know. They let you know it's time to go. They were prophesizing and saying, hey man, we're trying to find somebody because this stuff is going bad. It's going so bad to where, like, we don't use the things the way that they're supposed to be used. We use good for bad and bad for good, and use things outside of their proper use. And that's a sign of the times of destruction soon to come. Peace and safety, then shall come sudden destruction. All right, so America is actually a corruption of Amen Ra, which is strange how everything comes from Egypt of the West, which is old Egypt. Read my post that I did on Facebook years ago that proved that Egypt was also the Americas, because the god Ptah, prehistoric Egyptian deity and Atlantean god, is from the Americas. Yes, Judah is from the Americas because his territory was Judah territory, which covered Mexico and several states: California, Utah, Nevada, Arizona, Oklahoma, Missouri, Texas. Additionally, Ptah was also the chief YAH of Luxor in Memphis, Tennessee, which was in the Americas. True Old World Post. Okay, so let me save this. Bookmark this. What's up? Said I want to bookmark it. Alright, bookmark that. Now let's check this out real quick. Since we are modern from the tribe of Utah, Judah is Yada, by the way. See, Yada, the origin of the word Yada, you got to go by the, I'm telling you, man, you got to understand everything comes from Yeshaya and Ahaya Sharahaya through the Ruach Kadesh. Faith only come by hearing. You guys need to know this, so I'm going to tell it to you so you can hear it. Yeshaya is the name of the only begotten Son, okay? And the way his name is spelled, it is written, all right? And it is Ahaya Sharahaya. The R is where the apostrophe is in Yeshaya's name. There is no R in Yeshaya's name, but in Yashar, there's an R at the end where the apostrophe would be for Yeshaya's name. And the apostrophe is YAH, and you pronounce it as YAH. The apostrophe is pronounced as YAH, but it means my, because he is the possessor. He is the creator. He is my. He is the apostrophe, and he has his mark. That is his mark. Okay, that's why it's in all of his name, his writings and everything. The apostrophe is there. All right, so and the apostrophe is put on his prophets and apostles, by the way, on their names, so to let you know that they are his messengers. All right, so or his children. So here we go. YASHA is that name? Well, Judah was a tribe that was chosen, but in that is the chosen tribe, right? Because Yaakov was turned to is Yasharal, and the capital would be Judah, Bethlehem, or not Bethlehem, Judah, Yerushalayim. Okay. So you have a word in Hebrew called Toda. So Toda is where we get the word Judah, but the word you pronounce Judah, you get the word Judah from Yara, which is where we get Toda, is where the reference from Toda comes from. It means to give praise or to throw praise or to be thankful, and or for the tribe of people, it would be a tribe of thanksgiving to Yah, to Yah, to Da, okay, today, okay, Judeo, okay. So you understand, like, today is a present, you understand? So you're thankful, thanksgiving, to the Judah, to Da, to Yah, okay. So it's Yara. That's what they were saying, because they were worshiping Ra, okay? But remember, we got the apostrophe, and it's Yah, so, and that means my, okay? All right, so we know who that is. That's the mark. To Yah. All right, that's the people. That's us. So it's Yah, it's Tuda, it's today, Judah. So even the day is named after us. So they're trying to take all this and take you away from it and just flip it and reverse it and own it and act like, you know, we ain't got no type of civilization. and you believe it because it's so strong. The illusion is so strong because you don't understand. Without the understanding of the word, you're blind. It's like, I don't know, man. It's like the blind leading the blind. Like you just don't see it, and you can and it sustains by self-replicating the way that it's doing this. All right. We all know that we have a Memphis, Tennessee in Egypt of the West, aka Old Egypt. What's up with my page? I'm not allowed to highlight it. Okay. In the Egypt of the West, aka Old Egypt, which is the Americas, this is Memphis, the first Memphis. I believe so. We have a problem that the Americas is something, or in the East, true old world, evidence that the West is the true East. in this post is the images of YAH to YAH, of the YAH to YAH. Just notice that he is melanated black and also wearing kufi prayer cap, which is Sifu Islamic tradition. Hebrew Jews use hues, where the same prayer cap called the kippah, or spiritual path, which is Hebrew, which really means dome. Same concept. What about Jamaica? Yarmulke. Okay, so y'all don't understand that, right? Skull cap worn for religious purposes. Persian tak, which means similar art. Okay, so they I guess we could say this also. Go back and read this on my own. But I'm just going through all this and seeing that there's more people out there that are on this, and I've never even heard of this, and I'm just stumbling on this just now. But I have heard of it because the Most High, through the Spirit, through the Ruach Kadesh, through studying and diligently, being vigilant on, you know, seeking out the word to fulfillment and truth and honesty without bias, without some type of, you know, without selfish agenda. You know, like you end up seeking and finding, you know what I mean? Don't get in the way of what you're asking for. Just keep working at it. Meet it halfway. That's faith. Faith in, you know, like I've been telling y'all this, and I was telling y'all through the rock, through faith, without even having the proof to show y'all yet. I was finding proof along the way, and it was becoming more evident as I was finding it. I'm like, I'm telling you guys. And then all of a sudden, bam, like it's plain to see, bright as daylight, and it's more wonderful than you thought. Life is stranger than fiction. All right, so I'm gonna let you guys know, man. Earlier in all my videos, I let you guys know about the word, who you call Judah, who the black people are, like what y'all call black or African American and all that mess. We're so far removed from actually who you are that they could put you in your place and you won't even recognize it, and you'll never take it because you'll never think anything of yourself or where you come from, because you don't know where you come from, you don't know where you're going. So how would you ever take that place? They could put you in the darn place and then make fun of you for how bad you are at it, because you still are not connected to like the truth about it. You know, like they can deceive you. The gift is the curse if they don't teach you the truth about it. You know what I mean? So yeah, like science is a curse if you don't have a conscience. You understand that? That would make science unconscious. That's how you could take the C-O-N out of conscience, and all you have left is the word science, because it's unconscious. And that's the truth. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this video short. This is 43 minutes and 36 seconds long, 30 something seconds long. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this off right here. Also, I got some ideas in the making for participants for future expeditions and explorations of locations, and I wanna see if I can like crowdsource some funding for positions, to pay for positions. And I'm not really sure about any equipment. I don't think you really have to bring anything. The Most High YASHA will provide, like he did with Moshe, and I plan on it being something of that type of experience, to where like all those that go and come back through it will have a more clear understanding on their purpose and what they should be doing without a shadow of a doubt. So like, yeah, that's kind of what's on my mind earlier today. I was checking out expedition grants, and I started reading them, and I'm like, what the heck? Like, these guys are actually funding expeditions with you know, just little grants and stuff like that, $2,000, $4,000, $5,000, whatever, they, you know, to people of different ages and different levels of experience and backgrounds. So I started thinking, well, pretty much people do that stuff on YouTube automatically on their own. So I should probably, you know, see if I can maybe go through that and see if anybody would send back any feedback, if they maybe have some type of similar, I'm just putting it out there, you know, fishing. If somebody has some type of similar idea or desire to probably link up with me and let me know, you know. And even if they don't want to do it, but they want to see what comes of it, you know, you could be just let me know that you want to, that once I get things situated and you know the rundowns of it, the ins and outs, then maybe you might want to be a sponsor of it. And because, hey, all I do is break records, fam. That's just something that I do. And yeah, I'm gonna probably be hitting up some of my people from Canada who are pretty big hitters when it comes to sponsorship and supporting big things and getting their name out there, and for a good cause. And some of my people in the Northwest, see if I can combine some of that with some of the talent and the experience of the people of the South, my people down here in America, in the Bible Belt, in the South. Some of the, you know, muscle and the know-how and knowledge and the will and the zeal and desire to see this through to completion. So if I can put the, you know, and, you know, that's the two messengers, you know. Somebody to tithe to the church is just as blessed. The church is not much without the tithe. You know what I mean? And that's ashar. That's ashar. That's 10. That's the tithe. That's what I was saying. Yeah, ahaya, shar, ashar, yashar, all yashaya. All these names, all these words are key to life. Literally, like, without, you know, if you burning one, you burn so many. You're burning sevenfold, pretty much. If you burn your shire, you're burning sevenfold to anything else that you were thinking about after this life. I'm telling you. So, and what you do unto him is only going to come back to you, and what you do unto the children, you do directly to him. So, man, this is a lot. But yeah, I just really want to see if we can get somewhere so we can have less distractions, so we can focus on something. They say it takes 30 days to build a habit. I want to at least spend something for an expedition to develop for, let's say, maybe 40 days, so that we could at least get to location and then get out of location, but spend 30 days pretty much in a trial, in an expedition, you know what I mean? Testing, you know, our testing what we're called to do. Like, I'm a pathfinder. Like, that's what tribes do. They get together and they powwow. They call a meeting, and then they go out on an expedition, and then they reconnaissance. They see what the land is like. They see what's going on, because we're hearing a lot, but nobody's talking about what we're into. So if nobody's talking about it, then we got to go out and journalize on it ourselves. And if it's not hurting nobody else, and it's only bringing fruit and knowledge to the people, then hey, I don't see why the people shouldn't be aware that somebody is into this and that they can participate in contribution or sacrificing, you know, possibly, you know, what they're doing to take up the calling to actually be a part of it themselves. You know what I mean? Like, this is, I've gone off and traveled with buddies before, a band of buddies. I went up to Canada with 4 guys, and yeah, like, you look out for them, you look out for each other. We spent a few years up there, and you know, like it's sort of kind of like that, but it's a little different. Everybody has their roles, everybody has their abilities, but there should always be somebody willing to teach each other these things so that we can help lighten the burden and the load on each other, so that also there's more there's less stress, you know what I mean? So some people, you know, I'm like, it's almost, I guess back in the day when they said they first discovered America, or first were colonizing America, they were running through here with supposed expeditions and explorers to manifest destiny or whatever. But you know, them not, I don't know if they were hiding what they found, or whether they didn't find nothing at all, whether they wasn't even looking. But the point is, nobody's saying anything about what we're going over, and what we're going over is right up what's up under our feet, the head of the serpent. So yeah, man, it's about time that we establish with firm footing and walk by faith and not by sight. So yeah, I would like to have some feedback. You know, hit me on TikTok or hit me on Facebook, or you know, send me a donation, or maybe a donation with a well-written message on what you plan on it being for this exploration. I guess I should say Repentasdoves is my donation name on Cash App, and that's with a $sign in front of it. So it's the same as my TikTok. See how it says at Repentasdoves on my TikTok? See where it says at, where the at is at? It would be a $sign on Cash App. And it's spelled the same way, just with a $sign, no A right there, or no at symbol. And I think I got it spelled that way on YouTube, though. I think I got it spelled correctly on YouTube. Yeah, at Repentasdoves. I mean, yeah, it's Repentasdoves. Yeah, hit me up, give me some feedback. You know, even if you don't want to donate, but any type of you know, physical or donate some time and position into, you know, bringing it together. Maybe you could donate some advice. I take criticism. Criticism is welcome, because like without criticism there's ignorance. You understand that? And that I've only risen to the occasion to become a better person every day from criticism. It's one of my most useful tools. I'm constantly self-criticizing, because I understand that no man is perfect, so therefore I'm never comfortable with how do you say, pride in the moment. You know what I mean? So yeah, I choose criticism over pride any day. So yeah, anybody, please, like, let me know. So that would totally make this video worth it, and totally make your contribution worth it. And I'm pretty sure that would help get past any hurdles that maybe me or anybody that is considering this did not consider. Criticism is always welcome. Faith only come by hearing. All right, guys, You guys have a blessed day. I appreciate you. Tuda Rabba, thank you very much. And smash the like button and subscribe, share, let people know. If you want to do something on your own and maybe you want to see if I want to join, hey, let me know. That's also up for, experience is always welcome, because that's only going to help me when I have to, take up my cross and do my own experiences. So we're all called, and I'm just, I'm just fishing right now and trying to get a bite. See what's on the line. See what's underneath the surface here. All right, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Have a nice day. To the Rabbi YASHA. My bad, I said that so fast. To the Rabbi YASHA Haya Kadosh. To the Rabbi Yashaya Kadesh. To the Rabbi Ruach Kadesh. To the Rabbi. Anami Amen.